Welcome to the service clinic at Low Country Harley-Davidson. I'm Doc Harley. Today I'd like to talk about the rear axle because in the last 2 years, the torque setting for the rear axle for a touring machine has changed. From 2014 to 2019, we all know that we start with 15 to 20 foot-pounds on the axle. Make sure your adjustment in the belt is all right and make your adjustments. And then you go to 95 to 105. Well, in 2020, they changed the axle profile, and I wanted to show you, and they've changed the torque setting. All right, here is a brand new 20 axle assembly, and I've got the original cam assembly from 19 and earlier. And you can see they've changed the profile a lot so you can get more adjustment out of the rear axle, and they have changed the material in the whole apparatus from the axle and the cam plate. So there's a different torque setting, and this is a tighter tolerance on the axle. Let me explain that part of it. If you're the kind of home guy that just changes your rear tire, puts your axle in, and you take a, that's it, okay, done. It's crucial that 14 to 19, that you do the proper axle torque, 95 to 105. Why? Because here's the reason. All right, on this axle here, the fitment, this is very hard, okay? This does not wear, but where the threads are is the smallest area for the metal to hold the torque. So with this on, you get this kind of play if you don't torque it correctly. And what happens? You can kind of see the detents. They've worn out. And you'll find this showing when you're doing your axle adjustment for your belt, is that you're turning this side to get the correct amount of play on your belt, but this side is lagging behind. And it's gotta be at the same position as this against the stops in this area. When this starts wearing in this area, you'll notice that you're turning the other side, but this side really is not adjusting on this side, and it's time to change the axle. Well, when you order an axle assembly kit now, it comes with the axle, with a brand new plate, with a brand new nut, and the E-clip. Here's the part number for the axle assembly. And nice that it comes with instructions, because adhere to the instructions, because starting in 2020, or these replacement axles for 14 and 19 and the touring models, the torque setting has changed. Still the same initial, 15 to 20, check your adjustment on your belts, then go for the final of 135 to 145. Now that's a big difference from the 95 to 105. And you have to adhere to these torque settings, otherwise you're gonna wear things out a lot sooner and have to purchase it again. Wanted to make it aware to you that if your touring machine from 14 to 19 is not adjusting correctly, or you're buying it used and you're finding out that those areas that I showed you have worn, and you're buying a new assembly of the rear axle, adhere to the new torque settings. Now, I already hear the question, well, should I do 135 to 145 on my 14 to 19? No. Keep the 105 as your maximum for the early axle. This axle has changed in material and design and is made to handle the 135 to 145. Just a little tech tip from Low Country Harley-Davidson. I'm Doc Harley. We'll see you next week.